Folks, we are live. Welcome to
Hello.
hello. Welcome to the Triple D Livestream, Dungeons, Dragons, and Discourse.
Discourse.
Of
I do
course,
like triple. I do like triple D's though.
well, you gotta have a little fun when you can have some fun in the sun. That type of deal.
This, not there. This is Eric Tenkar, your host.
Your host with the most. Ooh, we went from 0 to 8 in like quicker than my car will do it. I guess that
Oh
was
yeah,
pretty. But Mr. Gunn, thank you for
yeah.
stopping by.
And
Mucho
I'm
apreciado.
I'm I'm Glenn.
I was gonna get to that. This is old man Grognard, the Glen. If that
hmm
is the Zatron, and that is the Zatron,
That
this
that
is
that
the Glen.
yeah. Poconos, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Tammy. We decided to stick. It was a nice day today,
My love, Tammy. Hello.
so we were
Yes,
like,
I'm
screw it.
sitting here. I'm sitting here eating old Halloween candy.
Well,
Gonna
how old can it be? Halloween was just the
Well,
other
it's
week.
this year. It's this year. It's
All
just
right, so that's not old.
you go in the store the day after you get all the half price stuff. I mean, right now I'm eating Ghost Dots.
Ghost. See,
Ooh.
my problem with
Yeah,
dots is if I have
because they're all like this. You can't tell what flavor they are. Like I
because they
could
don't
tell.
have
Like I could.
they don't have the coloring.
Yeah, like I could tell
Uh,
anyway.
with my luck, they'd all be fucking licorice, and I'd be miserable as shit.
Hello, Mr. Woodard. Congratulations on the end of the strike.
And it
I
was
never
strike.
even mentioned that. The SAG-AFTRA,
Oh, that thing
yeah, the
that made it make sure.
Writers Guild.
Yeah. So it meant that like everything on TV had to be like unscripted, like uh real world bullshit that isn't real
I,
anyway.
I
But
know it's really a boon to the reality TV industry.
yeah, that's all it was. It's like, oh, we got another game show coming up. Listen, somebody's still writing those questions. Why aren't they covered by SAG? Oh,
Hello, Mr. Gunn. Mr. Gunn and Glenn. Okay, that's it. It sounds like a bad sitcom. Mr. Gunn and Glenn.
oh God, Mr. Gunn and Glenn coming to you next on Nickelodeon.
How are things in the Woodlands of Arkansas and or okay? They're okay.
Glenn has candy so old he has candy corn on the cob.
I have
Ooh.
candy corn in the other room. Caramel apple candy corn.
I'm about to say most candy corn is pretty much barely edible, but that sounds pretty darn
Not bad.
good.
I like it better than regular. You know.
I am not in the wilderlands of Arkansas. I am in the wilderlands of Pennsylvania. We are in the Poconos, and like I said, um, I was on the phone with my mother last night, and she's like, "Are you guys coming home tomorrow?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're coming home Friday." She goes, "The weather on Friday is going to be in the 60s." I'm like, "Going to be in the 60s?" I'm like, "Great." She's like, "Well, yeah, Mom, we'll call you back." And I called her back like now, like, "Yeah, we're staying up. We're going to come back on Saturday." So
What's wrong with the
you just have
60s?
it's a
It's
good
still
temperature to
cold.
go. Yeah, but you can still take walks with the dog. You don't freeze it.
Hmm.
Admittedly, at the lake,
I'm
at
freezing my tuchus off.
the overlook, the dike, the overlook area, the lake is 26 miles
You
around.
got a dike?
It's got a dike,
You got a
not that kind
dike?
of a dike, like the Dutch dike. With the kid who's
He
fucking
said it.
singing.
I didn't.
A Dutch dike. Like where they have the wooden
Yeah, I
shoes.
know. Where you stick your finger in it to keep it from
Yes.
keep it from leaking. And I'm not going to say anything else about
Glenn,
that.
you're taking me in the wrong direction. But no, when it was beautiful, and we got to the dike, and it had this cold, constant breeze coming off the lake, which was
Mhm.
refreshing, but it did make me zip up my fleece because, as a manly man, I
Yeah.
almost didn't go with a fleece.
We're doing 50s to 60s here in Oklahoma, and I'm still freezing because I got skinny. Now I'm freezing. I went to the doctor today to look at my legs, and I'm the only guy in there that bundles up to go into the doctor. I hate one thing I hate about doctor's office, hospitals and stuff is they keep everything cold, not just the operating room.
Oh, okay.
See, I go in there and freeze.
See, like generally speaking, I will wear shorts to my doctor until I can't because, well, first thing, I want to win I want to beat the scale, and if I'm wearing jeans and my wallet, my keys, and my cell phone, so it's always like you're half stripping to get as much out of your pockets. When you're wearing shorts, at least you don't have the weight of the jeans on. So
yeah, I mean, I'm my weight when I go in is always 10 pounds more because all the crap I have on me. 64. Well, that's a good step. You're in that California zone where you got like overcast a lot and things like that.
Mr. Gunn is picking on me, Glenn.
And leave him alone.
You tell him, all right? You tell him. Pick.
Well, I gotta tell Mr. Woodard 60 is good. And the only thing I'm envious about you right now is the fact that you can walk along the beach in the 60s. I used to love doing that. Go down Pacific Coast Highway, walk along the beach. It's all cloudy and stuff, and you got a windbreaker on, and you feel like Jack Kennedy.
Ooh. Congrats to Rob Conley. His Kickstarter
That's
just
right.
wrapped.
That's right.
Rob, what's the final numbers on the Kickstarter, man? What's the final numbers, yo?
Oh, he did down here. He's already got a wrap on it.
Yeah, he said it's wrapped. He had 2 minutes left. But I want to know, don't leave all these imbeciles in suspense. Let us know what you did. Come on. We spell it differently, okay? You spell it your way, I spell it mine, but talking different things. My thing has to do with a body of water. All right, just saying.
And his is just a body.
It's just
hopefully a live body.
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a live, if not, we could have some troubles.
Hey, by the way, did you change your Facebook page picture? Because I noticed a police badge.
I put it up on 9/11. I'll probably swap it out as we start OSR Christmas. Oh my God, folks! I just mentioned something that I haven't mentioned.
What's that? What's that, Eric?
OSR Christmas. OSR Christmas is going to probably be coming. It'll be coming up. It's always fun. We may do a pre-launch of OSR Christmas on Black Friday, but generally OSR Christmas is throughout the month of December. Used to always be held on the blog side. However, since half of what we do is on this channel, we are going to be doing at least 6 days of OSR Christmas on the channel, the Wednesday night live streams and the Friday night live streams. So we will announce, and it will say it in the live stream. I don't know, whatever title. If it's an OSR Christmas Day, that will mean that if you come in and you join us and you comment, you'll be in for a raffle to get some prizes that day. It's always fun. I love giving shit away. So next week or two, I got to organize shaking down the publishers and get gifts.
It's an OSR Christmas.
There should be some kind of very generous. They really are. I know my normal people I can reach out to get. And listen, sometimes it's print stuff, sometimes it's PDF stuff. Often, as for international, PDF works better. I give away drive-through RPG gift certificate monies because it's your monies anyway. That's the way I look at it. So, and Rob's Rob, 15,440,
How about that?
914 backers. Holy shit, Rob.
That's good.
So, Rob, I drink my real ginger ale from...
Salute. It even tastes like Gatorade.
I'm probably going to belch. Or if I have more of this, I'll belch. And if I belch,
Save
it's
for the
Rob.
show. Hey, Doc.
Oh! Throwing those quotes back at me. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I'm just going. I don't want to be the asshole that's I was behind. No, I know. What is that? The new hurricane? They keep on changing the names of these tropical storms every year. I thought we're done with hurricane season. But boom. Sorry. Yes, Tammy, Rob did an amazing job.
It is.
Rob does amazing content. So with a small belch, it wasn't worthy, I swear to God. But no, it's very cool, Rob. I'm very happy.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Bit better. That was the ginger belch. I think it's the first honest to God belch I've done on this live stream at all. Somebody get a time check on that one. 11:20 approximately for the first belch. Can it be a belchy person? Rob is a baller now. There you go, Rob. There you go.
Looks like Fresca.
So L has.
Remember Fresca?
I do remember Fresca.
It's still out there.
No, really?
Yeah. Yeah, Coke is still making it.
Oh, it's probably something that you can find at like Dollar General or stuff like that. It's not.
No, I saw it at Walmart.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Well, I guess I wasn't looking in a soda aisle when I went to Walmart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Gunn says it looks like Zima. And yeah, it kind of looks like Zima. Hey, I used to drink Zima.
So did I. I used to like Zima. That lemon lime alcoholic beverage.
Zima and Seagram's Ice.
I didn't have Seagram's Ice, but I certainly had Zima, and I am not. Listen, I'm not proud of the fact, but I will admit to the fact. Okay, it was popular for a while.
Mm-hmm. I mean, talk about low alcohol content drinks. I used to get drunk on Seagram's Ice. My 50th birthday, I got hammered on Seagram's Ice. That's how much of a lightweight I am.
I don't know what the alcohol content in that is, but I'll take your word for it. And yes, Acts 2 did extremely well. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is still rolling. And there's been so much stuff going on, I haven't even had a chance to cover on the blog side. Maybe that'll be tomorrow's blog post. We shall see. I keep on forgetting about it. There's just so much going on.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Yes.
You're welcome, Rob.
Yeah, Rob, you can pay us under the table later, but just be quiet about
it. Yeah, it's pay to play. Little pale and never hurt anybody.
Zima, alcoholic Mountain Dew. I never thought of it that way, but
neither did I. But yeah.
Holy shit! I mean, I used to. I went after I had my Coors Extra Gold phase of my 20s. I moved into the Zima phase. I don't know why Coors Extra Gold. I guess it had a bit more bang for your buck. Had a higher alcohol content, so when you're in your 20s and not making much money, you get a quicker buzz. But we shouldn't be giving life lessons out like that because it's probably dangerous.
I don't know why I thought of this, but do you have Dave & Buster's out there in New York?
I've never been to one. I've heard of it, and I've never been to one.
We got one here about 10 years ago. And everybody asked me, well, what's about Dave & Buster's? I said, it's just Chuck E. Cheese with booze. But I got to tell you, the food is really good.
You know what? Chuck E. Cheese with booze and without the kids or with the kids?
With anybody. It just, they can't go to
But
the bar.
it's not kid geared. It's not like Chuck E. Cheese where
No,
you're gonna have.
it's family geared.
All right, but you're not gonna have like Chuck E. Cheese birthday parties.
It's like you walk into Chili's, there's the bar, but the kids never go up there. It's the same thing. And they have a sit down place. But I was surprised. It's got really good food.
Doc says that he never drank Zima, but was told White Claw is the same thing.
We have to try it. We got White Claw.
I think White Claw is with vodka and flavored juice. So
there, I did my diligence today. I had water.
Oh, so they make some. So you can get the vodka, but it does sell like in New York. You're right. They have the malt liquor version of White Claw. Not quite the same. Green Russians. I like that.
I like that.
Mountain Dew with vodka. That is rock.
Throw a little Red Bull in there. You really got something.
Studio 53 because you were not cool enough to get into Studio 54. And he was talking about Studio 53 because drinking Zima in your members only jacket, hitting on the ladies. All right, so I wasn't hitting on the ladies.
I can see that. I'd like to unsee that in here, but I can't.
I had the members only jacket. It was a brownish color. Yes, Rach is laughing in the other side of this house. Rach, I did not have any Jordache. No, but that's.
I was lucky to have Dockers.
Levi's and Dockers. Oh my! Listen, members only jackets were the thing. All right.
This may be an old man thing, but I would kill for a pair of Crocs.
Crocs.
Yeah, I looked at them and go, God, those look painful. I put them on. I was like, these are real comfortable. Man, how do they do it? It's all plastic. How do you do that?
Yeah, I don't think I
got to order mine.
Yeah.
I need size 15 right now. I'm normally a 14, but my feet swole because of what the vein thing I got going. And it's like, I can't even get I got a pair of sandals I have to wear, and I can't even, half the time, I can't even get them on all the way, with the back.
Right.
And I just got to slip them on and hope they stay on my foot. Faygo Red Pop and vodka. Ooh.
I heard of Faygo.
Hey, Doc. We have a little Faygo, but you want to hear something even more rare, which I wish they would come out with Faygo Rock and Rye. I love Faygo Rock and Rye, and really? I haven't been able to find anymore. Yeah.
Is it rye flavored? No, it can't.
No, it's rock. It's rock and rye. I figured out how to make it myself. You take Faygo Cola and Faygo Red Pop and mix them, and it tastes pretty much like rock and rye. But I'd rather have the rock and rye. Button zipper.
I tried a button zipper. I bought it once in my life, and went out drinking. And it was a horrible experience because just not going to get into it, but no.
Hey, I haven't seen, he'll probably turn up later, but I haven't seen Bad Mike in here yet.
Oh.
Yay. He'll turn up.
Yes,
I want to show him. I want to show him the new movie I got. Just came today. This is my only purchase because Barnes and Noble is having their 50% off Criterion sale right now. This is my only purchase.
The girl can't help it.
Yeah. Did you know? Here, trivia fact. Did you know this is the Beatles' favorite movie that they used to watch when they were younger?
No.
Yeah, they love, because look at it. It's got Little Richard in it, Fats Domino, Gene Vincent, Eddie Cochran, the Platters. Of course they'd love it. It's got all those rock and roll bands in there.
It's influential.
And I got my first
Blu-ray.
Let me show you.
Oh, okay. Folks,
It's right here.
this isn't really happening. Just turn away from the screen.
This, I know they're never going to come out with an official release of this, so I got it for cheap.
Liquid television. Oh shit!
Yeah.
But it says Blu-ray on top, so it's like a real Blu-ray.
It is a Blu-ray. And let me show you. This is how you tell. Here's a little educational point. This is how you tell you have a bootleg Blu-ray. It's all black on the end.
It's got no picture.
It was burnt. No, it's got picture, but it was burnt. It was burned on a PC or something. It's all black.
It wasn't pressed or whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't pressed. No, but like I said, I expected this, and the quality is about VHS quality, but that's okay. I expected this from the company. The company I bought from was Sloppy Seconds Video.
Oh, I see. Like, I remember getting things that you couldn't when you couldn't find certain TV series. So I got like was it Get Smart? I have it all on DVD, but they're DVDs that were ripped from Canadian television. So the commercial starts and then it clicks out, and it's like, and every once in a while it's like, you're watching like Canuck TV or whatever the hell the channel was. I was like, oh.
Well, this has still got a few. This has still got a few commercials of the time, and it's also got a few of those great MTV logo IDs.
Nice. Very cool.
This goes along with my Aeon Flux set back there.
Okay. Tenkar in his bowling jacket and Oshkosh by gosh with an Izod shirt.
Man.
Hey. I had the Izod shirt on occasions.
How are we going to get a like Tenkar action figure with Tenkar all these clothes? Yeah, we get all these clothes he's talking about, and you play dress up with him. And
I don't think we want to play dress up with any Tenkar action.
Where's that little members only coat I bought for him?
Oh, see, now there'd be a whole secondary market of we got to get did you make sure you got another golf shirt, because don't forget the Frog God golf shirt with the little Frog God insignia. You got to get that one.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta collect them all.
Tenkar in all his convention shirts, of which 90 of them are ShireCon, because I love the ShireCon shirts, because they don't grab me around the neck. So, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm minutes behind in this damn chat. God,
don't worry about it.
I know.
I mean, you guys keep them, keep them honest here.
Doc, button zippers are the worst. And now that I'm a lefty, thank God, but my right hand, I don't know if it shows up on the screen, but I got this like indentation here. So I got a torn ligament like 8 years ago. So if I had button fly, I don't even know if I could unbutton it in time.
It'd be fun. It'd be funny to watch.
It wouldn't be fun for me, but it could be fun for everybody else as I try to get out of jeans without actually opening them up. I know I can pull these off. Yeah, no. We lost control on Monday talking about movies.
That's well. Let me put it this way: until Bad Mike shows up, yeah, then we lose control about movies. If he's on here, but normally it just shows up where you got.
All right, you can get an action figure made of yourself.
Wow,
they don't want one. They don't want one of me. They want one of the caricature of me. That's better. And as Elle put it, just get him Mr. Potato. Thank you. But you got to get the bad hair, the wacky, crazy hair. I need a haircut. If the zipper's a pain in the ass, you may be wearing them backwards. If you can unbutton your button zipper when it's facing your ass, you are a better person than I will ever be.
Gunga
'Cause-
din.
Yes. Ai, que véi. Wish, come here. She's here all week, folks. Ba-doom,
Boom,
bum.
boom.
We're a funny group of people, folks. A funny group of peoples.
So, what's going on gaming wise? My Monday game was fun. We had our session 0 of Hyperborea.
Oh, how'd that go?
That went rather well. He started it. He even got a chance. We got into it for like the last hour. We're gonna go down to the Silver Eel again and try and clean out the rat infestation of this place.
Oh, but this
And
is
we are,
the Racks in the
we,
Wall adventure.
yeah, I called him on it, and it's like, I've ran this before, but it was the first one for the first edition,
Oh,
and I
okay.
showed him the one I got, and I said the only reason I'm not objecting is 2 reasons. One, I know eventually you're going to go off on your own and do stuff, and secondly, this has been like reworked and expanded from the originals, so I don't really know them. I probably read through it when I first got it, but I don't remember what's in there. So, carry on. We've got 3 rangers,
Yeah.
in the party. Crazy.
Crazy go nuts, man. Crazy go nuts. Session 0, safety tools and X cards.
Hell no.
This is the OSR. So your session
Hell
0
no.
is usually character creation, get everything, together, get a reason why the party's together, and maybe a short dice rolling aspect to it beyond that. But
Yeah. I always
you
call
know,
it the session half or one half
yeah, okay,
because I try to get it started a little, after they finish with their characters and all that.
right.
But we've got some interesting characters this time. Gage is playing a Yakut cryomancer. And surprise, surprise, I'm playing one of the rangers, a Celtic ranger.
Ah,
And I refuse to do a Scottish accent, so I do an Irish accent.
there you go.
Yeah.
Do you fight dinosaurs in Hyperborea? I know it's never got
Well,
100%
I don't think
correct,
so.
but
I
dinosaurs
don't think so. I'm gonna have to look at the book again. I don't have my second edition anymore. I've got the third edition. I gave away the second edition to my local game store that was just opening up and said, "Here, you'll love it. Put it in your library." And I just because that thing weighed a ton.
yeah.
And I've got too many books that weigh a ton. I've got The Blight, and that weighs a ton. So I did that.
Mr. Gunn's response was, "It's a weird mishmash of stuff, tends more toward the fantasy side. Like John Carter meets Conan. Says hello to Thundar. The bargain." All right.
I can see
Not a
that.
good way to
That's a good way to put
Wow.
it.
Tuesday, we were back into Joe's game for the first time in like a month because we play every other Tuesday. But the prior Tuesday we would have gained was Halloween, and that's just not feasible. So, Joe had the adventure planned for a certain number of players to show up, and we had a suboptimal group of players show up. So, being that it's Joe's homebrewed AD&D by the book with 24 pages of house rules, we carried on. And I'm a gnomish priest, and in 2e, priests mostly turn undead 2 levels lower. So I turned third, so now I'm a first level priest. Well, my ability to turn probably saved our ass. And then Rob Conley decided to attack the dead that I turned because I never turned anything prior. So as far as Rob was concerned, these creatures ran away from us, but they're still in this room. Well, if they're not going to strike me first, I'll strike them first, thereby breaking the turn. Well
Nice,
played,
huh?
Rob. Well played. And then we couldn't figure out how long a turn lasts, and that's going to probably be an episode next week on Tavern Chat, because that's one hell of a rabbit hole, because it was never fully explained in the books initially. And then their interpretations on how they got there are very anywhere from 3 to 12 rounds to, I don't know, hours and hours. So it literally it ground us to a halt as we all had to figure out, and it wasn't easy to find anything. So that's just proves to you too. Early rules are not very well organized. All right, the first edition AD&D, original D&D, even 2E aren't as organized as most of the rules that you're buying today.
I
Just
don't know
saying.
about 2E. No.
Oh, I like
I thought
2E,
I
but
thought
it's not.
2E was pretty well organized.
Yeah, and they don't spell out how long your turn lasts on any of the dead that you actually turned. Because why would it? Because it didn't really spell it out in first edition. I had to find quotes from sage advice. Never play Jaroon. Have the core rules. My group just wasn't. They weren't going to spend their time. I was going to have to run it. Never ran it. So. I'm continuing on. As you know, it's pretty short on. That's a dad pun, and we don't allow dad puns on this live stream. Or we do.
We don't?
We do. Fuck it. But we didn't think of that one. Therefore, you get the finger. If Glenn had thought about that one, you'd all have to put laugh out loud in the chat, but no. He's not short on faith, but he's tall on something.
Short on faith and tall on, yeah, I can't think of it.
Yeah. I don't know where it goes from there. John, good evening.
Crawl.
Turn undead might be better if the system had a way for you to kill or route them.
Or
but
route them.
Is no experience, so you can do it more, but it's like a hard decision if you want to. Well, if you're playing AD&D 1E especially, the experience points wasn't in killing a bunch of undead. Your experience points is gaining treasure. And if you can do that without getting your ass beat, so much the better. Go for XP, right? That's supposed to make you think out of the box and avoid encounters. Then that's why monster experience points is not worth a lot. It's the treasure that you gain.
Yeah, this is why you have to moderate treasure very closely.
Turned is permanent. They should never attack you again. The party is screwed. Conflicting articles on it, conflicting rules on it, and conflicting sage advice rulings on it. I will, because a lot of it is apparently, well, since we don't explain how long turn lasts, how long would control last if an evil cleric controlled like a paladin? Then it becomes a whole rigmarole of trying to find all these fucking random rules placed randomly in the rule books.
Yeah.
That's something for Thanksgiving week when I'm not doing doctor's appointments and shit. And doing Thanksgiving, but
I'm seriously considering taking the next week off as far as Radio Grognard goes. Just thought I'd give a few of you out there a little warning, because I got a lot of stuff going on next week because of the damn holiday.
Oh, that Thanksgiving. Listen, Thanksgiving for us resolved itself. It's like, we got nobody. It's just going to be the four of us. Me, Rachel, my
I know,
parents.
But
all right, let's go out and eat.
Becky is like, she's down on Christmas. Totally down, not down, but I mean down, you know. She don't like to do Christmas because of the whole, well, it was originally a pagan thing, and da 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 da. It's like, and I just think, to hell with that. I want presents.
Amen.
But Thanksgiving is her jam. So we're having as many people as we can over. We got bought a couple of long tables from Amazon. I just got some chairs today off Facebook Marketplace. And we should be very crowded in this house.
It's all okay until somebody has diarrhea.
And she's going to cook it all. We were going to cater, but all of a sudden, oh, I put an order in for Kroger. I'm going to cook it all. Okay, you want to do a bird? Go ahead.
Oh boy, what are you getting, a second oven? Or are you gonna, like, I mean, it's that many people, you're gonna be cooking nonstop.
Well, I don't know. We never know who's going to show up. Her family is like kind of on the flaky side as far as that goes.
Okay.
So to me, I just wish it was over.
I can understand that.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to the point where I want to enjoy my holidays. Not bust my ass trying to get everything ready and cleaning the house and all this other stuff. I could do that all year. In fact, I do it all year.
Don't deep fry a frozen bird. Yeah, that could be an issue. Because when that cold ice starts turning into water and hitting all that, the oil, you're gonna have not so good.
Hey. Tammy, I'm not saying we don't celebrate Christmas, but we keep it on the down low unless we have the grandkids over. She's always said, I'm only doing this for the grandkids. I'm only putting the tree up for the grandkids. I'm only buying things for the grandkids. Okay, fine. Okay.
But can I enjoy it? Am I allowed to enjoy it? Can you enjoy it, the tree, if it's up? It's for the grandkids, Glenn, but can you still go, yeah, that's a nice tree?
Yeah, well, we used to get trees, but last year or year before, we got, those little trees that you can buy in the garden places that are just like, you put them in front of your house. They're decoration trees. They're about 4 or 5 feet tall. We bought one of those. We just put it on a pedestal. Here, put your presents under there. You go. It's already lit and everything.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
And I was lit too. I mean, no, never mind.
Boom.
Where's my drummer? Anyway, that's how we do Christmas around here. Christmas Day is kids and other people unwrapping presents, and me running around the living room with a trash bag trying to pick up all the wrappings.
Running. That sounds like Jimmy too. Running.
Absolutely like Jimmy.
Yeah, my brother-in-law running around. Wrapping paper will not sit on the floor for longer than 60 seconds.
Uh-huh.
After 60 seconds, it must be placed in a bag. The bag will be placed in the corner of the room until there is more wrapping paper that must be picked up, at which case the bag will be brought back into the center of the room, and the fresh wrapping paper will be put into the bag receptacle, which is then placed back in the corner of the room. Rinse and repeat. I would leave the paper around when I was younger, man. Leave the paper. It was like, like when you're a kid in the autumn, in the fall, and you get that pile of leaves, and you throw yourself into that pile of leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would throw myself into a pile of wrapping paper. Hopefully, nothing was under it, but I would just be like,
"Oh, my train! I just broke my train."
Well, it's like, and back then those trains, if you got even HO, I got an HO scale locomotive.
Yeah.
It was metal. There's it wasn't plastic. I don't think it had a plastic piece on it. It was solid metal, whack you over the head, you're going down type of stuff.
I figured after Christmas, I don't do Black Friday, so this whole next weekend is going to be like, I'm staying home. God damn it.
And you will let me.
And then we basically, nowadays it's like, well, what do they want? Is it on Amazon? Order it.
All right. Is it not on Amazon? Is it on Walmart.com? Can I do Walmart.com? Please. Best Buy, maybe.
Yeah. Or something. You always go to a website and order it. We've ordered so much stuff from Amazon. It's unbelievable. With Becky's business, starting up again, and oh my God, we got a lot of stuff. We got labels and bottles and bags and stuff. By the way, folks, that's Blue Rooster. Blue Rooster spices. Google it. Blue Rooster American Kitchen. And
very good stuff. Best Buy. I'm big on spices. It's what makes me successful in my kitchen and successful with my diet, because it's you need flavor.
You got to get in on that garlic powder.
Oh
my God.
The garlic. Rachel, you can get on the garlic powder. The garlic powder.
We got garlic powder. We got onion powder. We got cayenne pepper, and I think we got paprika now. Ooh.
I think I have all four.
Oh, okay.
Listen,
maybe
they are all 5-star. Garlic powder is like 5.5 stars. I mean, you got to give it. It tastes like you added fresh garlic to your meal, and that says a lot for something that is a dried herb. Amazingly good.
Did you? We are selling it now in the bottles like you have, but we're also selling them in plastic bags. So we're encouraging people because it's cheaper that way. We're encouraging people to buy the bottle when it runs out, buy the bag and fill it up.
I like that idea.
I'm also trying to talk her into having some like product for me to take to the con. Maybe I can stick it on the end of Bad Mike's table or something. or if you have a table or somebody, it's it's role playing, but this will sell. It will sell.
Buy it to make the food from the vending trucks just taste a little bit better.
Yeah.
Food doesn't taste bad, but you get some fresh, and again, it tastes like fresh stuff. So, and I'm not just blowing smoke up anybody's hind.
Best Spice for anything. Well, Bacos for us because we're kosher. But there's nothing beats the taste of bacon. Let me tell you.
Oh my God! No, it's funny because back in my college days, I was dating a girl who decided she was going to go vegan, except for the twice a month that we went to Cozy Soup and Burger, where she still got her burger with bacon and cheese. And I was like, how do you? It doesn't count. I go, why doesn't it count? Because it's Cozy Soup and Burger. It's like,
that's why I tell people, don't ever tell me pepperoni has pork in it, because I'm not going to stop eating pizza.
Well, if you buy your own pepperoni, you can get.
I know you can get turkey pepperoni. I hear there's also beef pepperoni.
Yeah.
There's beef bologna. Believe it or not.
My
I thought all
bologna.
bologna was beef.
No. It's. I think it's either pork or a combination like pork chicken and whatever the hell Oscar Mayer puts in there.
My bologna has a first name, but I don't know it.
I used to what's it? My OS has a first name. It's WIND. My OS has a second name. It's OWS or something like that. I had this whole thing written down. Yeah, I did a whole parody of like Windows, And was it, if you said what I say, if you ask me why, I'll say, because Microsoft, it knows how to, you get it. Microsoft, they know how to sell BLLGNA. I said, I don't remember. I wrote it down somewhere.
Thank you, Vice President Biden, for that amazing presentation. And I saw some bits about those new shows like Purple Worm Kill, and it gave me mixed feelings. It's a real show, but it's also very contrived. It's the most real fake show you're gonna find. Yes, this is the D&D channel. Did it launch already? Holy crap! I wasn't even paying attention.
Was it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even. I was like, no, it can't be here already. But it could be. Hold on a second. D&D channel launch date. It launched on the 13th. All right, folks.
Hubba.
It's free ad-supported TV. So you can find the channel
on Roku. That's what we got.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably. Let me see. Let me see here. Dungeons and Dragons Adventures is one of the shows that are going to be on it.
What do you bet they're going to rerun? What do you bet they're going to rerun the old 80s cartoon?
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be a reason to watch it. I'd be happy with that. Come on. I was in my 20s. It was still on TV, and I would still watch it before going to work on Saturdays. So the D&D cartoon's going to get me all ready to deal.
That's like watching something like BBC America and BritBox and not have Doctor Who on it.
Oh, yeah. Kill Worm, contrived, scripted, forced, le shock, le gas, le Mr. Gun.
Yeah, effing vegans.
They're
I love it. Pepperonis made from peppers. And I hate peppers, but it tastes good. But then again, I hate tomatoes, but I love ketchup and Italian sauce and barbecue sauce. It depends on what you do with it.
So bologna is usually made with beef, chicken, and pork, but you can get beef bologna.
Just like you can get like all beef hot dogs or kosher Hebrew National, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we eat Hebrew National around here.
Approved by the only person that matters. God.
We are the
higher authority. I forgot.
According to Becky, we are messianic, and usually the first question that people ask us, other than what's messianic, is, "Oh, you're Jewish?" No, we're not Jewish. We're messianic. I call it back to the roots Christianity.
Okay, so I guess it's Christianity with Jewish traditions.
Yeah, they do they're trying to do the things the way the Israelites used to do them in the day. Aside from sacrificing goats and stuff.
Glenn, you take all the fun out of it. Come on.
I'll leave that for the Druids. We leave that for the Druids.
You could do a piñata, all right, and say
pinata.
A goat piñata, all right, and fill it up with individual wrapped turkey pepperoni, and then you can just whack the shit out of it, because you don't want to do goat pepperoni. I mean, goat's just a pretty intense meat. You have to be in the mood. There's a reason why, when you get Middle Eastern or Greek dishes, there's a lot of yogurt as a flavor, as a tenderizer, as a flavor enhancer, and as a flavor moderator. It's like, oh well, we got this yogurt, so maybe you won't taste how intense the meat is. Oh, okay. But I got this nice little yogurt going with it. Oh, it's nice with cucumbers. It makes it so much better.
Yes, it
So
does.
yes. And they already ran the cartoon.
This-
All right, so that's one thing I can watch on that channel.
This had electrolytes in it. That's why it tasted like Gatorade, I think. That's the only problem I have. A Spice Guy at a gaming com. Where have I heard that before?
I know exactly what they're referring to. And unless you plan on selling the Dungeon Crawl board game along with your spices, you'll be fine.
Hey, the spice must flow.
The spice must flow. Fill the goat pinata with haggis. Oh,
little mini
Oh.
haggises.
do you want some haggis?
It's mouse.
No.
It's mouse bladders. Yeah.
Yeah, don't you like haggis? Have a little everyone should have a little haggis.
I think it sounds tasty. I wouldn't mind trying it. Probably very spicy though. I mean, like, aromas, not spicy. I mean, intense type of.
Yeah. No.
You can smell it coming out of the kitchen type spice.
I mean, when I think haggis, the odor I think of is when my mother used to buy chicken hearts for the cat and boil them on the stovetop to cook them, and it would permeate 2 floors of the house, and the gag reflex you'd have to keep on suppressing. That's what haggis seems like it's going to be to me. So I would politely decline.
Did one of the chicken hearts grow and destroy the city? And
No, and the chicken hearts grew 3 times their size.
what?
That
No, I
day.
placed it. Also, isn't today your set? Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, but I leave that to Becky. Let her. I'm always having to do stuff around here, so
No more stuff.
she can observe the Sabbath for us. Thump them.
No, haggis and hummus are very different things.
Yeah.
Hummus is chickpeas. Mashed, pre-eaten. You might want to say pre-chewed.
Oh yeah, that sells it. That sells it.
Hummus is chickpeas if you don't want to actually chew your chickpeas. Somebody else does the work for you, and then you can use it as a dip, a spread. They do. What do they make falafels with it? But I mean, I'm just saying the chickpeas not as chewed up as the hummus. Rachel's gonna hit me at some point because she loves her hummus at night.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the spice must flow. Store spice production. Oh, you live your life in a pain amplifier. When is the second movie coming out? Isn't it due out? June 2? I thought that was, or was it delayed because of the writer's strike? Damn you, Hollywood writers.
Yeah. Yes, I know the Cosby Connection. I heard that skit too, that routine too, and I just took a chance because I remember I've heard the original on Lights Out. I like listening to old time radio, and I listened to the original. It was, I can see how that could scare somebody at night with the lights out and stuff like that. Yeah.
Hummus be tahini the shizzle. Hey, Rach, can you explain it to me? Or what does that mean?
I think the person's saying that that's something they like.
Okay.
It's the shit.
All right. I'm sorry. I don't speak what those young kids talk.
We don't talk about that stuff. We roll dice. That's what we do.
Oh, it is coming out. All right, it's coming out. It's coming out December 25th. It's going to be a birthday present.
23rd.
Or
Ho
23rd.
ho.
For
Ho ho.
Jesus.
For Jesus. Birthday present for Jesus. Jesus. Birthday present for Joe. Going
Well,
to
I
come out
figured,
for you.
see, next week is going to be like hell week for Thanksgiving, but we have to go through this to get our reward, which will be on the following Saturday, the 2nd, where we go see the Guess Who at one of the casinos here.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Courtesy Mr. Tenkar here. That was Becky's birthday present this year from me.
Very sweet.
I know nothing. I see nothing. I hear nothing. I speak.
That's
nothing.
one of the things. That's one thing I like about Indian casinos. They do the concerts really well.
Oh, that's cool.
I haven't seen anything in a casino.
I don't know. I don't know if
I saw
resorts-
Johnny Rivers about 15 years ago at
Really?
Riverwind Casino. Yeah, he was great. He sounded, he don't sound like an old man. He sounded like he was just made the record. It was great. All his stuff was great.
All right, so now you're telling me I gotta wait for the Easter Bunny. Dune 2 is coming out in March. That's what I was feeling that.
He'll drop you the egg.
Realizing just based on that last sentence that I haven't rolled a non-digital die in a decade.
Wow.
Guys, convention. I'll be honest with you. I don't roll regular dice except at conventions. I do most of my gaming via Roll20 or some other VTT, but I go to conventions, mostly local ones. Localish I can drive, in a day. But in North Texas, where I'm willing to fly because it's like going home.
A home you never knew you had.
Yeah.
Hummus made with tahini, which is a puree of roasted sesame seeds.
Oh.
Toasted.
How fancy.
Yes. Mr. Gunn, that is fun, sir.
It's like sesame-ish tasting.
I would guess. Now, if you made that with poppy seeds, you could fill all your dole tests.
Ready? Hello. Welcome back, Doc.
Doc, you were missed, and since you've returned, based upon your headgear, you might be interested in knowing that at Dollar Tree, you can actually purchase your $1.25 marijuana test for your home if you want to test your kids.
Wow.
Or test your
$1.25 is a lot.
$1.25. You can be to your kids. You know what? I know you've been doing something you shouldn't. Pee in this cup.
But it's only for marijuana. Not
Yeah.
for any kind of.
No,
You think they offer $1.25 COVID test kits?
no, that's gonna be. Hey, can't do that.
Mhm.
No, it's more. Oh, we got to charge your insurance company $250 per test kit that will be expired within 6 weeks after you receiving it. Oh, Jamie, you got to get more. How'd that work?
I don't trust online dice. You don't seem true as physical. It doesn't matter to me because none of my dice roll true. I buy the pound of dice from Chessex and throw one in my bag every once in a while.
All right. So, Mr. Gunn is educating me on what traditional hummus is made of. Garbanzo, chickpeas, olive oil,
Yeah.
lemon juice, tahini, garlic, and a pinch of salt.
And pinch of salt.
Little salt, just a little pinch. But what if I got big fingers? Then my pinch is bigger than your small. Just give it a pinch.
I like it extra lemony.
Poppy seeds would get you Narcan. Thank you, Bo.
Mm-hmm.
Some people need it.
Hey.
Did Doggo digga do his business?
Which doggo? My doggo fell asleep right next to me, so
Yeah.
she is out.
Goat tacos? I've heard of fish tacos, but not goat. But I wouldn't put a put it past them.
I don't like the idea of goat tacos.
Oh, you forgot cumin.
I'm only human.
Cumin.
There's a dad joke. You're allowed to laugh. I give myself the finger. All right, there. We're even now, Mr. Gunn.
This is kind of a more laid back night than usual.
No, I guess because I'm in the Poconos, man. I didn't set up a second. Usually, I set up a second screen at home. I have my second screen going with something ready to. And I didn't think of doing that with my iPad. Have it as a second screen. So I've got. But we are literally bouncing off the what do we call these people, Glenn? What's the proper word for them?
Fans.
Okay, fanatics,
Homeless people. I don't know.
If they're homeless and they're watching us on a Friday night, God bless them.
Yeah.
I think, Doc, you can keep your hat. You can have my share of the haggis next time, okay? Just real loud.
How do you
Don't
spell
even want
that?
anything in return.
Oh, harder. Service. It's a little harder. As I've told you before, my grandson Gage, he's all about the metal dice, which is why I got him one of the reasons I got him a dice tray, so he does not divot the table all the time.
Dig holes in the table. Oh my God!
First time said, well, anathema M. I hope I pronounced that right. Well, I hope you like it here. I mean, we go all over the place sometimes. It usually bounces back to gaming eventually.
Yeah. So there are 3 live streams a week. Wednesdays, myself, Bad Mike from North Texas, and we usually have a guest. Not always. Sometimes just the two of us, being our normal foolish selves. And we talk a lot about gaming news and gaming events and what's going on in gaming. Glenn and I are every other Friday. We are the
Friday.
first and the third. The second and the fourth Fridays are the Random Party Generator, which is Rob Conley, Tim Shorts, Joe the Lawyer, Greg
Yeah, for sure.
If Matt Jackson didn't have like a real job, he'd be joining us, but he has like a real job now, so he doesn't. But we kind of occasionally bring in other people to the party. We talk gaming stuff, and it's like watching 5 game designers go back and forth and pick each other's brains. It's a lot of fun.
This is why I never go on that show. I get trampled.
Yeah. And then Saturday nights, myself and my lovely wife Rach, who is just off camera, we do a Gamers Health live stream. So these are all at 8 o'clock.
Him and Rach, aka the Peanut Gallery tonight.
Yeah, she's in the background. Yeah, she's like, yeah. You made her smile. She's like, Peanut Gallery, yeah.
How many people get that? I'm showing my age.
$20 aluminum shredder dice with TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wow.
I never owned the original. My friends all did. Palladium, my first Palladium game was Recon. My second one was Palladium Fantasy. And then I found Rifts, but I never got into TMNT, or was it an Other Strangeness? And then when they lost their license, they did other anthropomorphic animals. I never got into it, but I may have to get into this one.
I've still got, one of the things I am loath to part with, no matter how much Becky wants me to shrink down my game collection, is my box of Ghostbusters with an original ghost die.
That is money.
Yep.
I
will not part with that. Did I tell you about the ghost die that Vince made, that he gave me?
You mentioned 3D printer. Yeah.
It was a 3D printer, and it was printed, but the Ghostbusters logo, the ghost they couldn't put his face on there for some reason. So I look at it and go, why is he mooning me? Looks like he's mooning me.
Ghost ass.
Ghost moon. But I haul that out every once in a while. We play one, usually around Halloween or something like that. Tim Snyder has some really good Ghostbuster like one shots and stuff on his site.
Oh, I'm sure. That's right up his alley.
You just got to search for like Ghostbusters, and I got them all. I took them all. I think he did some Mutant Future ones I used too, which were really good. He's a very good author, very good game writer.
Anathema. I actually started following Tenkar back during the OGL scandal as part of my job. I'm Foundry VTT's community manager. That's a cool thing. Always good to get a variety of perspectives on tabletop RPG community news. At some point, I'll probably want to pick your brain because I use Roll20 not because I think it's the best one out there. It's the default system that I back the Kickstarter, so I have a lifetime account, and it's just there. Yeah. I have a lifetime for Fantasy Grounds too. It's not as user friendly for somebody who doesn't have any programming knowledge who wants to get things set up. But I've heard very good things about Foundry. So if I do start to pick my way through it and give it a shake, at least I know I can reach out to somebody on their boards and say, "Hey, it's Tenkar. I need help." So again, I've only heard good things of Foundry.
After the license,
came with the license.
Yeah, they redid it without the turtle stuff in it. Basically, that's the closest thing Palladium comes to a post-apocalyptic game.
Terry, I had the original Recon and Palladium version. Well, I like the Palladium Fantasy. I actually have a signed copy by Kevin Sambita. I got that in one of their Christmas deals. It was random. It was just part of my package, and my Rips copy is signed because I got it in 1994 at Gen Con. So that means next year will be my 30th anniversary of going to my one and only Gen Con. Holy crap.
Wow.
All right. I have not spoken to you since 79. Then obviously your pee will be clean. And you own somewhere north of 630 bandanas. God.
Yeah, that's his thing. That's all right. Everybody needs a hobby other than gaming, I think. Lord knows I do. Well, via Discord or visit contact us from our own. Oh, cool. Fantastic.
Very cool. Actually, what I'm going to do is I am going to screenshot that so I don't have to go back and look for it later on the video. Yeah, you see, I can do smart things. Tabletop Taproom Tom did a following video to the Hobby Shop sale listing, and the realtor Julia Hellman commented calling Tom a doofus. Is that news? Wow.
It's up to you, Eric.
I think that being called out on revisionist history in the write-up of the sale, where the initial write-up said that D&D was invented by Gary Gygax and Brian Bloom, caused a lot of head scratching. And then my understanding is when somebody called and was talking with Julia, Julia was confronted, said, like, Dave Arneson was the co-creator of D&D. No. They found a letter typed on the typewriter that was Gary's, and the current owner of this letter saying that Dave Arneson was not the co-creator, Brian Bloom was. That if she thinks that it's a Tom the doofus for calling her out on that, then she better have a bit stronger language for herself, because I understand she wrote the write-up. I'm just throwing that out there. But what do I know? Not Foundry Miniatures, Founders VTT. I do believe. Kerry also has a signed copy of Riffs. Yo-Yo was 2 for 2. Duke elected to only P at this time. And I was thinking we were talking about drug testing with that little joke, but Doc crossed me up on that because now I understand it's a doggy reference. So thank you, Doc. You really got me. You got my head spinning. So you got my
Yes,
head
congrats, Rob.
Yeah, Rob launched his Kickstarter on one of our live streams on the Random Party Generator, and Rob is probably the most, if not one of the most generous members of the OSR as a creator, giving back to the community. It's
That's
a great
right.
work. So I'm very happy for Rob. It's somebody you really be happy to support.
Yes.
And agreed. No, that's spot on. If we have to agree with name call, if you have to call it every name calling, I've been called many a thing.
Me too.
It comes with the territory. If you put yourself out there, then there's somebody who's going to go, I don't like you. Why don't you like me? F you. All right.
That's what I love. Every time I get in an argument with like Becky or somebody else, the minute they break out the profanities like that, I know I won.
Yeah, definitely. That's it's always the root of somebody who is frustrated.
Yeah.
Do
Let's
you
see,
guys think?
that's a
Go
good
ahead.
question.
Read it out, Glenn, just in case somebody is.
Do you guys think D&D was the creation of individual genius, or do you think it might have occurred inevitably made by someone else because of factors in the culture? Ooh, are we talking about fate and you can't change the timeline or something like that? Because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think something like D&D would have formed, and we've seen this, right? We've seen what ifs. Like, what if D&D hadn't been? What would the first RPG have been? And
Mhm.
Encounter Critical is that, right? Encounter Critical works on the assumption that D&D never was, and then the first RPG was a science fiction game. All
Mhm.
right, there's a lot of the creation of D&D was a war gamer of Gary and Dave Arnson, who was learning to play wargaming in a version that was more one person, one figure. And then they all started to come together. And without either of those parties, you wouldn't have D&D as we know it. Dave was the idea guy, and Gary was the organized individual. Individually, you wouldn't have had what we got if either one was missing. But at some point, I think we would have gotten something that would have gotten us generally where we are, but it might not be D20 based. Maybe it would have been D6 based, like Traveler or Tunnels and Trolls. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it would have too, because how long has wargaming been around? Over a century.
Yeah.
At least. And, they were getting, okay, Gary and Dave and all those guys, they were the new blood at the time. And they probably saw this and they loved playing it, but it's like, what can we do something with it different? They're basically trying to take it and do something different with it, which is what they did. They invented this whole, originally, remember, it was just a chainmail appendix, and they just ran with it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
The original D&D didn't really explain combat very well. And we're like, what? Mr. Gunn. So here's an odd social dynamic. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not as odd as you think. that social media creates. Punters like me watch you guys, and we start to feel like we know you, and then we meet you in person, and it is weird. I started doing podcasts like Glenn before I was doing videos, and Rich and I were at Game Hole. This is before the year of medical drama. And I'm online to get my breakfast in the hotel. It's a buffet style kind of little thing. And I hear Tenkar, Eric Tenkar, somebody who recognized my voice from listening to the audio. And it's like, I want to shake hand with that. You know what? You probably do know me to some extent. You know, Glenn, we don't. Here's the thing, and I think this is important. This is this channel, especially, but nobody on this channel, none of my co-hosts, or we don't put on shows. If you've seen us on one of these casts and you meet us in real life, you should feel like you know us because you've been spending time with us. We don't know you as well because we haven't heard your voice, we haven't seen your face, but we've seen your comments. And if Mr. Gunn introduces himself as, oh, I'm Adam Boy, I go, who? Oh, Mr. Gunn on. Then you go, oh shit, Mr. Gunn, because that's how we're gonna wind up knowing you. But
yeah, and then by the end of the day, and then by the end of the day, I'll forget your name. So,
I forget Glenn's name.
I've got a
Didn't have
bad
it
memory.
tattooed to me. I got Glenn's name tattooed right on my shoulder. No.
I had the recognition thing happen once, and it was in my local game store. I was there and I was wearing my hat and stuff like that, and the guy who was at the counter checking it, hey, you're old man Grognard, aren't you? That's right. Hey, I listen to your stuff. I like, I heard you on Saber Die and Dago's Hammer and all the other stuff. That's nice. So what are you doing here? And I says, well, I'm getting some dice and I need to buy a dice bag. He was looking at dice bags. I says, well, here, I just happen to have a Crown Royal bag in my pocket. I said, here. And I looked at the guy behind the counter, and fortunately he wasn't giving me a dirty look. And it was like, yeah, thank you very much. That's so cool. It's like, kismet. That's right. Who cares? Okay, 1913. I was right. Over a century.
War games going on. Little Wars made it more approachable for the average person, but there was wargaming going on both in the aristocratic circles and in
military circles. They would, that's how they would plan out sometimes battles. Oh, really? I hope the picture was good.
Glenn, what is the value on your poster? I might need to make some bills.
Yeah, it had some numbers. That had some numbers under it. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder sometimes too. Dime bag.
Dime bag, dice bag.
Daryl Dime
Royal
bag, dice
bag.
bag.
Go dice yourself, Glenn. Go dice yourself.
But I'm glad you guys feel you know us. That warms the cockles of our heart.
Really. And again, listen, there are podcasts that are award-winning podcasts, and podcasts that I used to listen to fairly regularly because they were entertaining and they were interesting. And I'm going to name it Ken and Robin Talk About Stuff. Okay. These are two game designers, pretty well known. And I also got the feel from listening to their podcast that this was scripted and that they were not at all who the voices you heard, the people that you were, I don't know, listening to for 50 minutes were plastic. I mean, it was an interesting piece of plastic to listen to, but it was plastic. You don't get plastic from us. Okay? You really should.
You get BS. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get bullshit. I mean, we do a lot of that. We do a lot of bullshit. But it should feel hanging out on these live streams, especially. should be reminiscent of hanging out at your local pub, like Cheers, where everyone knows your name, and maybe you're listening to 2 or 3 guys tell stories, and then you're just interacting from the side, but it should feel like that kind of a comfort zone. And to be honest with you, our guests, when we have guests, 4 out of 5, 9 out of 10, always tell us at the end, "Oh my God, that was the best experience being on a podcast, being on a live stream I've ever had. I felt so relaxed. I felt so comfortable. It felt like being
Mhm.
amongst friends, just bullshit." Because we don't do interviews. We don't
Not
do
very much.
we don't we'll have people on, and we'll have questions, but it's more organic. And I think that's why we have that kind of success.
Oh yeah, it's been wonderful.
There are attested RPGs that predate the Roman Empire. Mark
Yeah,
even just to tell everyone that D&D was the first tabletop RPG. Well, it's the first one that got any kind of popularity
attraction. Yeah.
and traction, I mean, but something else would have, I don't know if anything else would have had the same social impact, but
Mhm.
something else would have stepped up and done it, certainly. We don't get plastic, but we do get shit. Yes, you do, Mr. Gunn. I'm glad you appreciate that. We do that just for you. I work hard to give you that shit. Really. Glenn saves it for the show. He could get rid of it early, but he saves it for the show.
Yeah, there you go. All
There
our
you go.
belches and farts and everything.
Yeah, everything.
Everything.
Yes,
Oh,
Mr. Gunn. I
oh,
love the tavern live streams. It is just relaxed and fun.
thank you.
So a little
Thank you.
secret. Okay, this is not going to be a huge secret for most of our viewers, but there's one consistent aspect to all these live streams.
What's that?
There's at least 2 people on the screen. Sometimes 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 5. It's never just me, because I'll be honest with you, me just talking to you for an hour, hour and a half, if you didn't want to commit a homicide, I probably would. All right. I need Glenn. It makes me a better host. And it just, Glenn and I have a natural,
Something.
a natural something. We really work well together. All of my co-hosts and I work well together. That's why it's so natural. When we have guests, the vast majority of guests just seem to fit into that and relax in that environment. If we have people that aren't relaxed, then it becomes more work for everybody, and this is just not work. It's
Yeah, it's
it's
fun.
it's enjoyable. It's hanging out. We get to talk.
Drama students
Um,
are yeah, you're probably right. This drama student liked it. Likes it.
Marcel,
Um,
thank you. Now,
oh, did I?
by the way, folks, if you enjoy
Thank you.
this stuff that we do, and you want us to get a chance to learn your voice, Glenn, on Thursday nights on our Discord server, Tenkar's Tavern Discord server, from 9 till 10, 10:30, 11. Myself, sometimes Glenn, sometimes Bad Mike, and a bunch of other people from around the world. Everybody gets a chance to talk. We don't have any set topics. We can talk about anything, what's going on in your life,
And we
what's
do.
going on in gaming, what's going on in movies and TV and whatever.
Media, yeah.
Media. We don't talk politics. We try to avoid that. But that's on a
Mhm.
Discord server on Thursday nights, 9 p.m. So if you want to be able to actually talk with us and not just put your little chats up, I'm there every week. Again, Glenn's there most weeks. Bad Mike's there most weeks.
Yeah, I'm there I'm probably there every other week because I also have a Thursday game that's every other week. So
Mhm.
um
I'm not
yeah.
even going to touch that one out.
Oh, by the way, did I tell you I went to the Gem Awards last Saturday, which is a local award show for the theater I do shows for. because I was up for I was nominated for something and I didn't win. But it was a good time and the food was really good. Believe it or
Well,
not.
you were nominated, and that means that you were
Yeah,
recognized.
that
and
means something. I shouldn't have, but yeah, okay. But for reasons I don't want to get into right now, because it's nothing bad. It just takes too long to explain. So you guys can guess. I've already had 2 people come up and tell me to audition for their shows next year.
Awesome.
So, yeah, one gal says, "Why don't you? I'm doing on Golden Pond. Do you want to? Why don't you audition for it?" Okay.
At least it wasn't we're doing Golden Girls. I mean, that might have been a bit of
I can't do anything with that.
yeah, it's a bit of a stretch. I mean, yeah, I
God,
don't
look
know.
at. I could do B. Arthur, but that's about it.
There you could do the author. There you go. Oh my gosh, that was it. That was a reverse belch. I thought it was interesting when you suck it in.
Ooh.
Oh my
Yes.
god, just suck it in, man. Just
Suck it in.
So, Glenn, we know what you got going next
Unload.
week, which is Thanksgiving. Now, do you have a game next week, or you off next week?
Well, the Thursday's Thanksgiving, which is usually Matt's game, but he says he wants to meet on Wednesday, and I'm going to tell him I'm not going to be there because I got too much stuff to do Wednesday. But Becky's going to be cooking, and I'm going to be cleaning, and all that stuff we have to get ready for everybody. But what are you going to do? It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, see, like for us, it's our off week. However, Greg Christopher wants to start running Adventure with Conqueror King on every other Tuesday. I'm not sure when that's going to kick off. Axe is just, he's going to run first edition Axe. I love Axe. It is such a refined system that is as simple or complicated as you really want to dig into it, but it just runs really, really smooth. So he's looking forward to that. So I don't know when that kicks off. Oh yeah, choose your own adventure books. I used to love them. I think the best of the time were the Middle Earth ones that were loosely based on MERP because they actually had some like dice rolling involved in it. Like the TSR stuff was like, yeah. But I liked the ones that allowed a little bit of play with your dice.
Always play with your dice. I wouldn't mind trying that.
Oh, getting drunk and reading a choose your own adventure book sounds like a blast. I don't know, Glenn. We may have to do that for a special Friday.
How about at the con?
Oh my God.
You're already doing a whiskey tasting there.
Yeah, we could do drunken choose your own adventure book reading. But you'd have to read it like in character. So we'd have to do a test to see how long it takes to get through one book. And they'd be like, all right, Glenn, we got 2 books. And then we go, all right. And then you do it in character. You could do it. Read it dramatically, bounce back and forth. You make dangerous thoughts, sir. You make dangerous thoughts.
Yeah, stop it. What I'm referring to. Oh.
Yeah, I would consider doing that after this live stream, but I don't have any choose your adventure books here. I do have a bunch at home from my original days and some that I bought later because, you have to. And the old TSR choose your own adventure books were made to withstand a lot of abuse. So
Alarms and Excursions. I used to have a couple of piles of the back issues that I got at Dundracon one year at the auction. Those were fun reading. And Doc said none of back here. Doc said, what did he say? None of us have met.
Oh, at Gen Con, the Alarms and Excursions, folks.
Yeah, none of us had ever met in person. Nobody looked like what we expected them to. Well, I did, Doc, because we have met in person. And he
There you
knows
go.
it. Although that was 100 pounds ago. So
So,
I don't quite look the same, but yeah,
all right. So
I'm
Doc
the guy. I'm the
Doc
guy.
says Ken and Robin are pretty loose scripting for their show. The live shows they do are pretty much scriptless. Listen, I haven't listened to Ken and Robin since I was working, which means I was before I was retired, so that's going back about 7 or 8 years, when they were usually winning in any. I'm not saying it was bad quality. I'm just saying I never thought I was actually getting to know the people on the other side. The voices I heard could have been anybody's voice filling those roles with the script that was being used.
Right.
They've changed and evolved since then. Great for them. Maybe that's why they're not getting any more innings. I don't know. I just haven't listened in a long time. No more than 2 shots, Mr. Gunn. All right, we'll keep that in mind. Yes, you may get people in trouble, but that's par for the course. As long as everybody gets in trouble, don't just get in trouble on your own. Make sure everybody gets in trouble with you, because then you don't stand out. And when he got scriptless in the comfort of my own home.
I don't want to know. Glenn,
I don't want to.
please.
I certainly don't want to know. Well,
Yeah, horizontally, yes.
yeah. All right. Well, folks, we're gonna wrap.
I thought for a minute I thought he was calling me a skank, but I had to. Oh,
No.
okay. It's my eyes. It's my eyes.
Yeah, I thought it was a shame.
And right on time. Bad Mike shows up at the end.
Yeah, Mike, you're late. You're late, bad Mike. Mike, we're wrapping up with what we're doing because I'm still in the Poconos, but we got to get up relatively early in the morning to be able to pack the car and go out and get breakfast, walk the dog, and then see our niece, who will already be waiting for us at the house. So we can't afford to be late.
Right. Okay.
So
you tell them.
yes. Mike's like, sorry, no, Mike, you're late.
No. You're just
you lost out. You lost out.
You do you. I may have a few more movies for you.
Don't give it to him. Don't give it to him.
I want to show. Oh yeah, I said this earlier. So look what I got in the mail.
But you're not getting that, Mike.
Now Bad Mike knows.
There you go. All right. So, live stream. All you folks on our live stream, all your commenters, you're awesome. I really appreciate everyone. You guys are great. And girls. Don't want to leave you out, Tammy. Thanks to Glenn, as always.
You folks are great.
Thanks to my wife, Rach, for being in the background and making comments when needed. Always fun. As usual, be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. Rach and I will be back again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Gamers Health. Don't ask me the topic. We'll figure it out when we drive home tomorrow.
And I'm on I'm on Thekos Hammer and Radio Grognard. There's my plug.
Plug. All right, folks. God bless. Good night.
Good night, folks.
I'll see you all on the flip side, or some of you will see me. Something like that. I don't know.
See you.